Level 4, Angler's Tunnel. Hi, I'm LP Master 6. Listen to this song. This is one of my favorite Game Boy songs. When I think of Game Boy chiptune, I think of this. It's so simple, but so good. That's really it. It's just that loop there. And I don't know why I love it so much. I've got no clue. It's so repetitive. It's just sort of a variation on the cave theme, but I don't know. It's something about it. It's... Huh? Oh, I thought I had the shield on. What? Wait, what? What am I doing? Okay. I realized my commentary up to this point has been mostly nonsense, and I said I was going to take a break between videos for a good bit so I can recuperate. I took a break for about 2 minutes, and I'm just raring to go. I said last time this is my favorite dungeon in the entire series. You might think, huh? Why? This is just a dungeon in Link's Awakening. Like, they're all pretty good, but something about this dungeon... I don't know. The music, the water theming, I think this is my favorite water dungeon, like, in a video game. It's done so well and so simply. They didn't overthink it. It's not frustrating. It's nice and challenging in the perfect amount. Your obstacle is water. You have to learn how to navigate water perfectly in the exact ways that it wants you to. And it's just so good. I'm going to go ahead and kill these guys. Just because I want to. Just because I have that power. There's a lot of platforming in here. But, you know, the dungeon item shakes things up a good bit with the dungeon. And I think it's a great example of that happening. And I don't know. It may not be the best Zelda dungeon. I know people are like, oh, but what about the elaborate 3D ones? Why do you need an elaborate 3D one to be your favorite no matter what? Because there wouldn't be the 3D ones if it weren't for these. These are good for a reason. They're classics. The 3D ones are built off of the 2D games. The dungeon design for Ocarina of Time is based on A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening. Everybody always wants to discredit Link's Awakening, but everything about it is so damn good. I love it so much. Anyway, that is my Link's Awakening spiel. And, yes, more platforming. We got this coming back here. Hoo, 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 hoo. I don't know. It's just, everything feels so good. That's all there is to it. It doesn't feel great when my controller just stops reacting. But I'm going to do this. Yeah. Come on, give me a fairy. Nope, nothing. Okay. And we have P-hats here. I don't... Damn it, get out of that. I don't think we've seen P-hats yet, have we? They are my least favorite Zelda enemy, and I hate them so much. I pressed B. You can open a chest with B? I didn't know that. I was trying to slash the P-hat and kill him. But okay, cool. I'll take that. I don't believe there's any point in killing you guys at all. Damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of people might hate this dungeon. I don't know. I've never heard anybody really be like, oh, this dungeon fucking sucks. Because you do have to swap items a lot, but I think that's part of the charm. You got to use your whole arsenal. This rock has many cracks. There must be some way to shatter it. There is. We're going to use it. I'm not sure that is close enough, but that works. All right, you get out of here. Can I? Nope. There we go. Alright, we got a key. We have at least one place to use it. Oh, yes, a fairy. Okay, good. So we don't need you over there. You can stay floating there forever for all I care, you flying hearts. They respawn anyway, so it's not like it actually matters. This is why I hate P-hats. You gotta find a way around them. But they're annoying, and annoyance causes you to pay attention to your environment in such a way that you might not before. Alright. But I realized I mentioned my weird, like, set point for my obsessive compulsive issues is like May 18th, the day that I'm going to be 10,000 days from conception. And you may ask, why? What does that have to do with anything? Why do you need a point for something? I don't know. My brain looks for starting points to when to start doing certain, like, rituals, I guess you could call them. They're not rituals as in, like, OCD, but just, like, a structural pattern of, like, lists of games to go through and play, which I'm always starting over. But I think I found a nice middle ground, you know, for once here. We did go over here. Alright, I think we've been everywhere we can possibly be without that key. Oh! I never saw it back. I was so confused. But, I mean, I could explain some more about that if I wanted to. I never talked more about my sister either. I don't know. I got a lot of things I could potentially talk about, but I don't think you guys would really care that much about any of them. But, you know, just in case you do about my thinking process. Now, 10,000 days is an important day. Okay, so I did some research here. I constantly, for a while, I would think, I'm unhappy with the way I'm doing things right now. So I want to look for an excuse as to, like, a reset point. To feel like I'm doing things the way I'm supposed to be doing things. I don't really know how to describe it in a way that makes sense. I described it okay to my therapist, but she kind of probably gets it more than the average person because she did study it. She is a therapist. But, like, I have to do things a certain way, blah, blah, blah. Things have to be done in a certain order. Things abide by rules, etc. I think that part makes sense. But the starting date for things, I feel that doesn't make sense and that needs more explanation. But either way, that's the last time I'll be getting a new digit on the number of days since I've been alive. Now you might think, why conception? And also, why do you know the date of conception? That's just because my dad told me. I didn't necessarily want to know, but, you know. Now, and it has nothing to do with abortion, but most scientists, like, we're not having abortion discussions again. Put this guy's name on screen. Woo! But the government should not be regulating abortion. That's a terrible, terrible idea. Because that is something that is an individual case-by-case basis, and just making a blanket statement of good or bad is a terrible idea. I think we should all at least agree on that. That doesn't mean we all do agree on that. I'm just saying we should. Oh. I took enough hits that the music changed. Now I was confused. See, that fell over here. In the water. But we can't go get the key. Whatever shall we do? We just don't get the key. Sorry, it fell in the water. We can't do anything. It's taunting us. And I don't believe we have a key for that yet, right? No, we just used our last key. So we have gone everywhere we can go. Again, feels really good to clean this one out. It's a maze, but not too much of a maze. It's not frustrating. This dungeon is challenging, but not frustrating in any way. Like, that's too frustrating. You want a little frustration in the sense of, oh, the fucking enemies are knocking me in the water, or the pea-hats are really getting on my nerves. The glint of the tile will be your guide. Thanks, dude. I know what that means, but you guys might not know what that means. But, essentially, 96% of biologists agree that life for a mammal does begin at conception. And, you know, regardless of your opinion on abortion, that's just a biological fact, you know? And that has nothing to do with my view on abortion, which I just gave you. You know, fuck it. You know what? Let's talk about it. I don't think it should be used as birth control. Other than that, there are reasons, plenty of reasons that are none of my business why a person would need to get an abortion or be better off getting an abortion, you know? Sometimes people can't raise a child, and I feel that more people would be comfortable giving birth and putting a child up for adoption if our adoption and foster care systems weren't so absolutely horrendously fucked. And so, you know, that's a major factor. Even if somebody doesn't medically have to have an abortion, then, you know, they don't feel comfortable because the child is likely going to live a miserable life. You know, I've had friends in the foster system, people who worked in the system, and it's fucked. So, that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's Changes by Tupac. Not Changes by Black Sabbath, which is I'm going through change. That's not the right notes at all. I'm very sorry. I'm very tone deaf. And this, no idea what to do here. Sorry, we can't do anything anyway. Another key. We can go use that up there. We can't get out from here, though. Oh, you see that? The glint of the tile. But we can't get over there. We have one place we can go, and that's to go use that key. So I guess we might as well go use that key, huh? But the placement of the P-hats is so smart. They force you to deal with more difficult enemies in this dungeon because there's more of the spiky guys that you already learned how to turn over with your shield in level 1. It's so well designed. And we get the water Tektites here, different from the mountainous overworld Tektites. Getting both types of Tektite here. Because I believe both are in A Link to the Past, right? Or am I crazy? Wait, we never went left. What's on this screen? Aha, okay. I knew it was more stuff we couldn't do yet. Luckily, I don't have any of these dungeons except for level 1, I think. Or maybe Bottle Grotto by now memorized to the point where they're not fun anymore. This guy! He would sort of later come back in Ocarina of Time, and I didn't really mention how he was a reference to this guy. I believe this guy's name is Cue-Ball? If I'm probably completely wrong. Put it on the screen if it's not Cue-Ball. Why would it be Cue-Ball? What? We're just going to call him Cue-Ball from now on. Aha, power bracelet puzzle here. I mean, it's not much of a puzzle, but it's your first time having to do this. Like, race against the clock there, and ooh, this treasure chest looks fancy and important. You've got the flippers! If you press the B button while you swim, you can dive underwater. A lot of later Zelda dungeons have a system where you get halfway through a dungeon and the dungeon itself changes in some way, or you have to, like the Spirit Temple in Ocarina of Time. You have to do it in your 2 different forms. And that's really cool and all, and that's a fresh way to go about it. Oh, also put these guys' names on the screen. I don't think we've seen them yet. You can only hit them from the back. You are lousy when you hit them from the front. That's another story I have to tell. Okay, let's try to keep on track here. Gameplay first. Alright. Essentially, you're drawing a star, I think, sort of. It was top left to bottom right, and then back left. The thing on the... I think I can remember it. And now that we have the flippers! We haven't swum for the first time, but you know what? We'll save it. We'll go here first, and we'll do the tile puzzle. Aha, but we can't kill this guy unless he comes closer. I'm sorry, I can't stand it. I gotta do the rupees. Oh yeah, you can dive, and that was new to A Link to the Past. They took diving a whole lot further in Ocarina, though, obviously. So I like that you have to get the flippers first and do it in order, no matter what. That's just what they force you to do because part of this is in the water. Even if you already know the pattern, you can't skip ahead. Ooh. This is a thwomp. That is their official name, not the same as the Mega Thwomp that we already encountered. But this is the easiest way to get past these guys. This is a thwomp, same as the last thwomp. It's identical. It's literally the same thing. I struggled with this last time I played. I could not do this for some reason. Because you can't jump while you're on a ladder, right? There we go. It's really not that hard, but I had to do it like 10 times, and I don't know why. And this is how we get the Nightmares key. But as I was saying, this feels a lot more organic than something where you have to deliberately go do 2 forms of the same thing, right? Which, you know, again, it's really... It's all well and good there when you have to go do, like, the Spirit Temple in Ocarina. It's fun. You get 2 distinct sections. It doesn't get old or boring. But this opens up the dungeon in a completely different way. But nothing actually changes in the dungeon. You just unlock a new way of traversing the world. It's not a new way of attacking enemies or solving puzzles. It is a way to avoid the P-hats and traverse more easily and reach places. Where is... Okay. Oh. I'm assuming that is the way to the boss. I'm pretty sure that's the way to the boss. So we want to... We need to go get that chest. No, no, no. I know. We already guided ourselves with the glint of the tile. No, it got... Oh, this key. Wait, so... Oh, we just got rupees. We didn't get a key. We need to go get this key. That's right. We keep getting hit by that sword Stalfos. Or Stalfos Knight? They are sword Stalfos. That's right. Stalfos Knights are... I think what the Stalfos are called in Ocarina? I don't know. There's so many similar, but technically different enemies throughout this... Whoa! I was jumping at the same time as hitting the spikes. I was pressing the button. I think that's why we were launched like that. Oh my god. Oh, please get out of here. Alright, where is that chest? It is one screen below. Cool. That is... Is that it? Okay, yeah, we are good to go. No, okay, get your Pegasus boots while you pause, please. Knock out 2 beds with 1 stone. Ooh, on earth. Alright, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm cracking myself up. Normally I'm worried. Like, oh my god, were those videos good? And I knew with how ridiculous the commentary was that those were good. Now I am worried because it's too ridiculous. But whatever, I already fucking did this game already on the channel. Ooh, so I guess I can be as ridiculous as I want and not feel the pressure to care. Right? I mean, nobody's really watching Game Boy games unless they're already fans of the channel. People come out of their way to watch the Nintendo 64 because there are fewer Let's Plays of that because it was harder to emulate back in the day. So most games that were Let's Play, that have a million Let's Plays are games that are, like, crazy easy to record. NES, SNES, and Game Boy. Well, the whole Game Boy line. Everything else is, you know, kind of hit or miss. Okay, we are good to go. Yes. This is where we need to be. Oh, yes. Oh, we've maxed out on rupees. Is that our first time doing it? I think it is. And look, we have Cheep Cheeps! More Mario enemies, and I love it. Ah, you can't swim faster without going up. I can't stand how slow the speed is, though. Oh, yeah, and this is only if you have the Rock's Feather that you swim faster upward. Alright, here we are. We are practically almost done with the dungeon already. And I didn't say half the stuff I wanted to say. I just talked about my problems kind of a little bit. I believe this guy's name is Anglerfish. Oh, put it on the screen if it's wrong. Bloop, bloop, glub, glub. Oh, food, bloop, glug. Are you starving down here, dude? I kind of feel sorry for this guy. Also, the red clothes make this the easiest boss in the series. He already was pathetically easy. Already was. That's bad grammar. Was already. My bad. We're not even going to bother putting his little spawns names on screen. Ah, we will. Do it right now. You've got the surf harp. Bay. Your road goes into the bay. Wahoo! And because that only took me less than 19 minutes, we get to go collect more stuff and make our way to the next dungeon. I am Monbo, child of the sunfish. Have you got an ocarina? Yes. Ahaha! Then I can teach you my song. Bloop! I'm sorry if you can hear my phone vibrating through this. Oh! Oh! What moves? He just moved his eyeballs. That's not dancing. You've learned Mambo's Mambo. I'm not going to question his methods, though. He's a lyrical genius. Not lyrical. He's a genius composer. When you get out of the water, play it. That warps you to Mambo's Pond. Now you finally know why that 2-tile pond has a name. And it has a purpose. See? We could go all the way west and see that there's nothing that way for us. Well, hold on. Nope, that's not the map. Again, stop doing this. Oh, yeah, we've already seen all those squares anyway, so there's no point. You don't get a sneak preview of anything. We're just going to keep going this way until we find another cave, because there is another cave. Okay, mashing the button is faster. Cool. Go this way, and we get a room full of nothing! But if you dive in this exact spot, you get a piece of heart. Oh my god, you collected 4 pieces of heart! Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And 4 of those are heart containers. We only have 4 pieces of heart left in the entire game. We're maxed out on rupees. We have most of the collectibles, like, in the game. We're truly halfway through. We have done 5 of the 10 dungeons, if you include the final dungeon and the color dungeon. So, that's it. We've done it, folks. We did it, and we're beautiful for it. Oh. Alright, can't get over there yet, because the Pegasus boots are not good enough for it. That jump is too much for us. We've been taking out your comrades in the Wa in my favorite dungeon. I mean, it may not be my favorite dungeon, but I think it is. Specifically, the version in the remake of this remake. It's just so good. Alright, let me look up what else to do.